In a personal bar, a Yakuza is getting a tattoo done on his back. He gets frustrated by the slow work of the old tattoo artist, but he can't kill him before the tattoo is done. Suddenly, one of the men of that Yakuza brings a mysterious envelope. There's no letter inside it but black sand. The Yakuza assumes it is a dirty joke, but the tattoo artist seems to know the meaning. He recalls an incident he witnessed years ago. A man had received a similar envelope with black sand, and the next moment he was killed. The tattoo artist was also attacked on his heart, but his heart was on the right side, so he survived. Since then, he doesn't even dare to say the word ninja. The Yakuza starts to laugh at the story, but suddenly his men start dying without any visible source. One by one, all of them fall on the ground and the light goes off. The Yakuza shoots blindly and offers to pay the assassin triple the money to spare his life. There's no response but a slide of sharp blade that cuts down the Yakuza's body into pieces. The old man knew that these ninjas didn't bargain. They are not humans, but more like the demons sent straight from hell. The ninjas don't leave a trace or a witness, so they kill the old man too. Such murder cases have been reported from all over the world, but no police agency has ever solved it. But a young officer named Mika Coretti is ready to dig deep in these mysteries. She works for the law enforcement agency of the European Union. But recently she found some interesting information and shared it with his senior Ryan Marslow. All these unsolved assassination cases are familiar somehow. Mika believed that it was related to a 1,000 years ago assassination group called the Nine Clan. It is currently led by a heartless man called Ozunu. They have some hard and fast rules, like charging exactly 100 pounds of gold for each assassination. They don't leave a trace, so no one ever tracked them down, and they remained a fantasy. Ryan doesn't believe this ninja theory. He respects history, but who will hire ninjas in this modern age? However, Mika is convinced by their existence. They have a whole system in which they steal children and train them to become deadly ninja assassins. No matter whether people believe it or not, but they exist. Walking among them disguised as normal people, just like Raizo. He's washing his clothes in the laundry shop when a sweet-looking girl attacks him unexpectedly. Before the shop owner could step out of his office, the girl was already killed and shut inside the washing machine. Raizo lives in a local apartment and recalls his childhood. He was an orphan who was taken in by Ozunu. He called all the children his own sons and daughters, but never was kind to them. He trained them in a harsh way to make them the strongest of all. No one ever dared to speak against Ozunu or question his cruel treatment. Meanwhile, Mika found another mysterious case where a Russian army officer, Alexei, got killed. Mika meets his wife and asks her what happened. Alexei had suddenly become really insecure. He changed all the locks and installed cameras. His major concern was having shadows. One day, a young man came to meet him and left Alexei with fear in his eyes. He said an informal goodbye to his wife, and the same night he was murdered when the lights went out. Alexei's wife gives Mika a box that may have some useful proof. Mika finds CCTV footage inside it that shows the face of Raizo. Mika starts looking for him without even knowing how dangerous he could be. He's trained to hate weakness. They weren't even allowed to feel sorry for each other. But a little girl named Kiriko knew that it was all wrong. She had a special concern for Raizo and secretly treated his wounds. They grew up together but always saw each other suffering. Raizo was injured by his opponent in a friendly match, but Ozunu hit him on the same spot and asked the boy to survive the whole night like this. The next day, Ozunu admired Raizo's persistence and made him ready for even difficult tasks. Mika has been digging deep in such cases without the authorities' permission, so the agent Zabransky from Internal Affairs comes to remind her to stay within her limits. She immediately tells this all to Ryan, but he advises her to continue her investigation while being more careful. Mika reads all the history of the 9 clans ever written. They didn't have an individual life. All the clan's members were supposed to give their priority to the clan. But Kiriko was different. She had a heart that still beat for others. She even taught Raizo to listen to the heartbeat. Raizo warned her, but she didn't listen. During training, Ozunu asked her to hit her opponent, but she refused. As a punishment, she was locked inside a bamboo box for days without food or water. Raizo secretly fed her some water and advised her to give in. But Kiriko was determined to find her new life. He told Raizo to accompany him, but he refused. He still regrets his decision. Despite Raizo's warning, Kiriko tried escaping the orphanage, but she was caught and slaughtered in front of Raizo's eyes. The government circle around Mika is getting tighter, so Ryan hardly gets a chance to meet her. He gives her a new car without a serial number and asks her to disappear for a while. Ryan has investigated many dangerous cases, but he has never encountered something like these ninja assassins. Mika gathers courage and moves out to a new place. The power there was not working and put Mika under doubt, because the ninjas usually attack in the darkness. She is right. A bunch of ninjas are targeting her, but she gets saved by Raizo. He promises to help her, but she needs to trust him at any cost. Mika agrees and they drive to a different place. On the way, Mika reveals everything she knows about the assassins so far. She knows that Raizo is one of them, but something made him leave the clan and help people like her. It happened when Raizo was given his first official assassination task. Ozunu ordered him to kill a man and bring his golden watch. Raizo didn't even blink while killing that guy by smashing his head brutally. Afterward, he brought the golden watch to Ozunu, but he told Raizo to keep the watch as a memorial. He wanted Raizo to lead the clan after him, but before that he had to pass one last test. Ozunu knew that Kiriko made Raizo's heart beat again, so he wanted to test if the effect was still there. He put forward a similar girl who tried to escape the clan and asked Raizo to kill her. Raizo couldn't behave like a cowardly slave once again, so he attacked Ozunu instead of the girl. Ozunu ordered his men to kill Raizo, so they attacked him from all four sides. He was severely injured and fell in the river but survived anyway. Since then, he has been trying to put an end to the 9 clan but needs help from a trustworthy person like Mika. Her loveliness reminds Raizo of Kiriko. She also has a special heart. He buys some new clothes for her and tells her not to use any soap or perfume. The ninjas are like wolves who track down the smell. After changing clothes, Mika calls Ryan and tells him that Raizo is on their side. He also wants to punish Ozunu but needs the agency's help. Ryan agrees and wants to meet them in an hour. However, the agency was already tracking Ryan and Mika, and they